rich and wealthy because they can work hard. They ain't got no distraction because they feel like they're ugly. But you got the light-skinned man who gets by on talking a good talk, trying to act a certain way. I don't want to throw nobody under the bus. I'm going to give you an example. If everybody like, who? What? Even Dre looking at me like, who? Take Charles Barkley. That's the light-skinned character. Charles Barkley has no talent, but he has a big mouth. He is known for having a big mouth and being disrespectful. Other than basketball and having a big mouth. If I was a CEO of a corporation, would I hire him? No. Now take another basketball player. Take what's number 23? Michael Jordan. Take Michael Jordan. Not a loud mouth, very soft spoken, very humble. He's a hard worker. Didn't he retire basketball, went and started to play baseball, and go and try to play some golf? So he was always trying to look for something to do. And not because he's a good basketball player, but that's the type of person somebody would hire, put them in a movie. Space Jam. Voila. That's the kind of person Hollywood would hire, put them on a plantation. But he would be the field nigga. Wouldn't make him the house nigga and wouldn't make him pick cotton. But you'd be the overseer. Because you dark, and they consider dark to be dark and ugly, and you're going to work. Look at all the black actors you have in Hollywood. All the dark, ugly actors have barely ever gotten an Oscar. Sidney Poitier, after 50 years of acting, just got a Lifetime Achievement Award. You mean To Serve With Love wasn't good enough? You mean Guess Who's Coming to Dinner wasn't good enough? You mean Let's Do It Again wasn't good enough? All the movies you've done, nothing wasn't good enough? But you play in some corny picture and they give you the Lifetime Achievement Award. Denzel. All the pictures you done, nothing was good enough. Malcolm X wasn't good enough. You damn near spit the man out of your mouth, just like Malcolm X, but didn't get an award for that. Out of Time didn't get an award for that. But you play a nigga in Training Day. Oh, my nigga. Oh, you motherfucker. He got an award.
You played it. You got an award for being crooked. That's all.
But if, and I'm not hating on light-skinned people. I'm just trying to show you how America works. Now, what's the light brown-eyed boy, Michael Ealy? Put Michael Ealy in the role of Malcolm X. Ching, ching. He got an award. He would get an award if he was born back then. He wasn't old enough. Put Ice-T in a role of Training Day. Ching, ching. He would have got an award right away. But when they put him on television, Ice loves Coco, and the white man said, "Oh, you messed with one of our women." Everything went from sugar to shit. No. You can act like us, you can look like us, you can talk like us, but you better not never try to live like us. And that's what they had to show him. He was a nigga, and they knocked his ass off the set. He ain't getting no work. The only work he can do now is Law and Order SVU. Tutuola. And then his street cred went down because he's always talking about how he's not a cop lover. He hates the cops, but you're playing a cop on TV. You know. That's what society has done across the board. Look at Ice Cube, fuck the police and all that stuff. Did he play a cop on a ride along? You know, this is what America does. They bend you and to make you a hypocrite and make you eat your words. They put you in a position to where they don't fear you. One thing, you want to take the fear of a black man out of a white man's heart, what's the first thing you do? You put him in a dress. So you put Ving Rhames in a dress. Oh, he's wearing a dress. He's not as threatening as I thought he was. The Rock made him a tooth fairy. Oh, he's wearing a dress. He's not as intimidating now as I thought he was. Hulk Hogan, put him in a dress. Oh, he's in a dress. He's not as intimidating as I thought he was. You know, they give me to shut my mouth look, so I'm gonna shut my mouth. we went over the mark, so it's all good. What's up for tomorrow? Tomorrow is Wild Card Wednesday. We got the Black History Minute, of course, the joke and story of the week. You'll love that one. Followed by confidential confessions. And as always, I do because I don't know what the confessions are. I'm still having pain and aches and pain from the story of the twin brother who married his sister-in-law. I pray that she finds out that her husband is dead and that man ain't her husband. But who knows? Maybe if they listen to the show, she might say, that sounds like me, you know, and figure it out. That's a terrible thing. And I think that's still the top story so far. I haven't heard anything yet that would top it, but I'm always surprised. Something usually does come along and tops the last. And that brings us to the final thought. So take it away, Green.
Wow. Thank you for our caller, OTAP, I think his name was, for calling in and give a very excellent explanation to it about, minorities.
Just like Bianchi.
Yeah, it's like Bianchi. And it brings me back, speaking of comic books and Black Panther, a couple of months back, I read a book called The House of X. People don't know about it. It's basically the X-Men got so tired of being mutant population being so hated and treated. They moved everybody and moved all the mutants to a place whereas they will have their own crime, they will have their own health care, own peace, own politics, food, subsidy, everything. It even got so bad, or got so good, that Principal Conda himself came in and said, what is this place? How do you got this place running so well? And he feels so ashamed that what makes this book good is basically X-Men got a lot of enemies that are mutants. Magneto, Sinister, and Apocalypse put all their anger aside and join in this politic, revolutionary, all mutant lives matter type of thing. When basically you have ambassadors like Apocalypse himself, who was the first mutant ever, go up to a president and said, this needs to stop. We as a people need to be treated as equals. We got our own place, our own organization. We got our own place where basically no human cannot go in. No hatred should not be on our walls. If you go beyond our walls, we are forced to have legal action against you. We have the times. We have good health care. We have medicines that will treat wounds, vaccinations that will treat viruses, the whole 9 yards. And he talks about how shameful y'all humans just pick each other senseless over racism, creed, vaccinations, this, that, the third, and keep going at each other when we can all just be one in unison. It's a good book to read. To see not only their enemies and the X-Men of Xavier and everybody else just go together and build up this union is very amazing. And don't say that they're the only enemies that joined them. And I can't spoil much of the trouble that go around with it. But it takes you back and get sort of the Black Lives Matter movement and how that's, instead of these signs, like I said, we need litigation. Instead of just bitching with signs and doing marches, have a petition. Go up to the person that oppressed you, the person that denies you, the person that really defies you, is the white man. Go up to the white man and say, look, this is what we need. This is what we want. 1,002 signatures that said, do this right now. Change these laws so we can be safe. Still to this day, no one does it. The sign's okay until one person goes up and wipe them away. Why did that person wipe the signs away? Because he went to the government and said, hey, can you take these signs down? It's that easy. If that person take all those signs down, maybe one of y'all can go to government and say, hey, can we do some laws? What I know. I'm just a person who bitches and complains about what's going on. That's a food for thought. Thank you, caller, for giving me that idea. That's my final thoughts.
And that's our show, folks. I'm so glad we had this time together to have a laugh and sing the song. Since we just got started, before you know it comes the time we have to stay so long. Say so long, Green.
So long, Green. You see him? Tell him be good. If not, be careful.
And remember, folks, that yesterday is merely a memory. Tomorrow is just a dream. Today is a gift, and that's why it's called the present. Know that God loves you, and so do I. And that's our show, folks. Good night.
Good night, everybody. God bless you.